So let's have a look about what your person is thinking and if marriage is on their mind. So pick cards pile one, two, or three. You can pause the video at any stage to see if you want pile one, pile two, and pile three. So if you pick pile one today, the messages are that your person is definitely working hard to achieve their goals within perhaps living together, marrying, etc. So sometimes the focus that's needed is more of a practical sense and not airy fairy, let's get married now. So this is going to take time for it to develop. You've also got the tower here as well. So the change of pace and the change in that partnership will really set things alight. So maybe things have to be moved significantly from the way of thinking, from the past, and from the now. So it is a financial aspect with yourselves that if this marriage or engagement takes place, it needs to completely change. So in order for that to happen, then financial issues need to be looked at. Maybe moving one thing to the next, maybe selling a property, maybe thinking where you can move. So this is a good sign that things are changing. And when we bring everything to a head of letting go of certain issues, we can then rebuild. So, Four of Wands is always about building, and having a look at finances to do that is very much on the card. But look at this, you have the celebration. So, I think if you two can work very hard within this aspect, then things can happen, definitely. So look out for greater abundance and wealth. Really concentrate on the here and now about how you are building your home. So having a look at maybe budgeting, taking a new job, or just looking at things with, do you really need that huge party to get married? Okay, thank you, pile one. So if you picked pile two, guys, this is pile two. What's your person thinking? So we do have the Lovers card. So decisions need to be definitely made about marriage. Is this the best thing for you? Is moving in together the best thing for both of you? So this means that there is a higher aspect of that. And I think you'll probably realise that, sometimes living with two is cheaper than living as one. So that decision, make it in a higher possible way. But yeah, definitely deciding. So they're definitely thinking about these things. But when you get the Ten of Swords, it's like they may have been hurt in the past. Maybe they've been pushed into living together or pushed into a marriage, or maybe you two have and you don't quite understand, or you don't really realise that sometimes the past needs to be in the past. But it is always essential thinking about the other person, thinking about what things are going to be like, especially when children are involved as well. But it doesn't mean say it's impossible. We can build that higher tower and have many rooms within our homes. And this is important space, financial, etc. So all these things we have been burnt before, but it doesn't mean say it's going to happen again. So, sometimes we have to be a little bit more open-minded. And the opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles is that opportunity to rebuild. So even though things have happened in the past, how can it happen again when you've met a new person? How can it happen again when you've decided you've attracted a wonderful person into your life? So really look at finances within this one, and don't be too hasty about moving into a bigger house if you can't afford it. But the opportunity is definitely there for you. So yeah, very nice for pile two. So pile three, what's your person thinking about marriage, moving in together? Let's have a look. So you do have the Wheel of Fortune, a great card because things are turning for the better. When we look at the Wheel of Fortune, it's past, present, and future, and a very karmic transformation. So if you have discussed it, or you're thinking, I really want to broach this subject, really think about the history of that person. What have they kind of been insinuating or suggesting here in the present? So it is important to get the ball rolling. However, if you feel that they've had a hard time and they haven't even broached the subject, then think what their past has been like. Because sometimes this transformation in moving forward is a little bit stagnant at times. So we need more cards to have a look at that. So we do have the Two of Cups. So they are greatly healing from the karmic cycle of whatever they've learned in their own past, but maybe in other pasts of their lives. So the Two of Cups is they are committed to you, or are going to be very, very soon. So this is the heart of the matter, being the middle card. So they have that connection and they do want to push things forward. Their good intentions to do so is definitely there. Also, you've got the Chariot. So this is great speed ahead. I think that with the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and the Two of Cups combined, they really do want to get married. They really do want to push things forward. So make sure it's solid and it has a practical plan, maybe opening up to broach the subject about that. But I think discussions will happen quite soon, and then you'll be amazed that you are both on the same page, as long as you are on the same page and not pulling in two different directions. Because most arguments are the idea of the wedding and not the marriage. Really think that the marriage is the most important and not particularly the wedding. Enjoy.